you go away from the boat if you're still gonna do all that. Give up, please. Please. That's a giant. I ain't caught one that big here. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Give up, please. Please. Just a dog getting down there. Gosh. You think she wanted that 20? She's bleeding bad. Golly Moses. And that's another thing I need to tell you, is like it was meant to be. That fish was bleeding profusely. It swallowed the 20 plus. I had to dig it out, and it was just red blood, dark red blood running down the fish, got all over me, got all over my carpet. And the fish was actually changing colors before I ever got it in the live well. And I culled a fish, and I took all my fish and I put them in one live well, and I put this fish in the other live well. I put a cap of catch and release in there, and I dumped about a half a bag of ice in there, and I just shut it, and I never looked at it again for about 20 minutes, and I really expected the fish to be dead. And I opened that live well up in about 20 minutes, and that 8-pounder was sitting there looking at me, and I said, whoa, thank you. And I won by 4 ounces. If that fish had died, Scroggins would have had a big stringer, and we'd have tied, and he'd have won the tournament, and he would have had the record. I didn't know that I could still win on this level, and I think that's something that's probably the most I'm going to get out of this, is the fact that I was doubting my abilities because I'd been so long, and I'd done a lot of stupid things, and I'd lost the lead, 2 or 3 times when I felt like I could have won a tournament, and I thought I didn't know how to close the deal again. And to win that tournament gave me a confidence level that I believe I can carry with me several more years now. These jelly worms have been out in the sun. They're getting real soft. Tender morsel. Lake Falcon special. 12-inch, man, the jelly worm. Hooking them on one hook, I don't get too worked up. You can still lose them, but that crankbait stuff gets to you. Come on. There he is. Oh, golly. Oh, God. How big is that? Oh, that's a fat one. That is a fat maw. She jumped by the boat. Oh, she's gonna. Golly, that might be the biggest one. Look at this. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Give up, please. Please. Just a dog getting down there. That's the biggest one yet. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Sure, I'm glad I went to that 6/0 hook. That's a giant. I've really been, something's been happening with me spiritually over the past month. And I was reading a little Jesus Calling book every morning, and it just like every message that I was getting out of that book was telling me something was going to happen, and it was just one of those blessed weeks, that you just, that God stuck his hand down there and patted me on the shoulder and said, your turn, buddy. I've had the best tournament fishing day of my career. It was just totally amazing. God bless Paul today.